Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Allayi on Endless. So, we have a couple of things that we need to deal with in real short order here. First of all, our empire-wide approval value is low enough that we're getting penalties, and we still want to be expanding. These are related problems. We gotta get these Garths going, but I'm concerned that if I lay down another city in the near future that we're going to see some serious problems. Another issue. We're not yet in Era 2. We're getting close, right? Yes, very close, in fact. We have 2 units in our military. I guess 3 if you count the hero. This is potentially an issue. I think we should maybe move this... Okay, here's the deal. I'm turning around on this. I think Industrial Megapole, probably not happening. We just can't afford the time right now. I'm not going to cancel it manually because we've invested some time into it. We've invested some industry. I'm just going to leave it here till somebody else finishes building it so that at least our time is refunded in the form of dust, which is what happens if somebody else builds a legendary building before you do. And then we should build some units. Let's make an army, shall we? Let's have a standing army. I'm a little more concerned this game than I have been in some other games for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Broken Lords tend to be fairly aggressive. Number two, I'm starting to think that we're going to have a problem. There's a lot of people butting up against our border in a lot of places. We don't see Pink yet. There's Pink. Yeah, actually, we're pretty close to having all 5 players on our border. I think that Pink shouldn't be a problem, probably. They're gonna settle up around here, provided this is one landmass. I imagine it is. They're gonna settle up around here. It's gonna take a while for them to get over to us. Probably Blue will provide a buffer between us and Pink. And I guess, actually, Blue can't declare war on us anyway. But I'm still a little nervous about the Broken Lords. They love to fight, and they won't fight Purple if they can fight us because they know that we're weaker than Purple is on account of not having the huge bonus incomes. So let's build a couple more military units. Let's make sure that our country is defended and reasonably happy, build a couple of Garths and stuff, and then we'll continue settling. Because I really do think that a lot of the issues we've had are related to our inability to keep our approval at a sane level. Okay, that said, let's go get some pearls. Let's build sewers, finish the cultivation, the seed storage. I think that's really important, get our food online. And then military units. We'll have a standing army, we'll have a couple of units garrisoned in our cities. We'll keep pushing on from there. So we definitely want to upgrade our weapons tech. I think we want to get monks. Here's the deal. The 43 attack, 38 damage, 58 defense, right? If you compare those values to the Seeker, you'll notice that the attack and damage are both way higher on a monk. The fact is, the Seekers just do so little damage in combat. I think that's really what it is that makes combat so difficult in the early game as the Allayi. It's the damage stat more than anything else. I think this guy's coming for these pearls, so we're going to make sure we grab him. Mash the heck out of this button at the beginning of the next turn. Alchemical alloys taking 9 turns is not awesome. I don't know that I want to reorient my citizens, though. We do need to get stuff done. We do need to grow as well. Shoot, it's tricky. It's kind of a lot of turns to make our military units. If I pull people off of industry... Yeah. Let's stay focused until we have a little bit of an army. I'm just concerned that we're going to get attacked. I think we have the elements of a really good start here, and I would hate to lose it to getting rushed down by stalwarts or something. Purple won't attack us unless we actually meet them. And that's pretty much my strategy there, is buying time by not meeting Purple. They can't declare war on you until after they've encountered you. kind of a silly strategy. Wouldn't probably really work this way in any sort of real life, but you know what? I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this is not real life. Alright, when our empire plan comes up, what are we looking at here? Okay, we'll pretty easily have enough for this. This would be 180. Can we get to 180? I have 6 turns to make 76 influence. So I would have to put a couple of citizens over onto influence. Actually, several. Right, this would do it. Yeah, that's probably not worth it. Let's get an army. Let's not lose the game. Then we can worry about getting fancy. Oh. Okay. The AI does not like to settle non-adjacent regions, and I was thinking, well, they'll have to follow the land, but I guess these 2 regions are technically adjacent, aren't they? Okay, well, I really hope Blue settles Aramon. I don't want to have a border with another hostile empire. I do not want to border all 5 of the other players. That seems like a recipe for sadness. Alright, let's head over here. Pick these guys up. I should, actually update my unit designs real quick. We don't have the tech necessary for the fancy weapons yet, but we should put on armor. Every little bit helps, and this doesn't increase the cost of the unit that much, right? 153 goes to 201. Okay, it does increase it quite a bit, actually. That's a fairly large percent. Still, I think it's worth doing. Unfortunately, we don't have dust to retrofit. Did we get to... We did not. Okay, cool. We're content now between the sewers completing in one city and the 5 points of approval from the emeralds. We have now ditched our approval penalties. Oh, yes, that's true. I have not done that. And okay, blue did settle Aramon. That's great. That's great. So we don't have to worry about pink just yet. Green is going to tend not to attack us if we don't force their hand, I think. Alright. So when Magamaj finishes its mill foundry, we'll start building Garths out. When Dasraj finishes, what do you have? We'll probably start building Garths here, like when the sewer system is done, just right away. And we'll pump out a couple more military units. We'll make a reasonable little force, and then build Garths. The one thing that's kind of a bummer about this strategy of holding on to the megapole and letting it refund when somebody else builds it is that it's going to mean the spot that I wanted to build it in is not going to be accessible for me to build a Garth on. Well, we may go ahead and manually cancel it if it turns out to get in the way. Okay, so it looks like I didn't actually need to spend the emeralds. I could have just been patient for a turn, and the sewer would have taken care of it. Oh well. Okay, so let's have a look at expanding this city. I'll zoom in enough here and turn on the yields. Alright, so these ruins are actually kind of awkward. I would kind of like to make this triangle if possible. So we have a couple of options here. We could build a triangle this way. This triangle is, I think, the triangle of spaces that includes the capital that gets the largest number of total surrounding tiles. It's clipped in 2 places. Or actually 3. 3 tiles are clipped off of it, but I don't know that we're going to get anything better than that. If I wanted to include this, what do you call it, this anomaly, the only way to really do that and build a triangle would be to build like this, which loses 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, but this tile is effectively 3 tiles, so that's also like having 2 tiles clipped. Or actually, that's like only having 2 tiles clipped. That's the same number of resources, only having 2 tiles clipped, whereas this triangle Yeah, this... Okay, yeah, I think that's what we'll do, actually. So I guess the triangle that we're looking at is like this, and I think that's actually kind of good, too, because it extends these cities out toward each other a little bit more, which makes it easier for them to come to each other's defense. The other option, of course, is to build a non-triangle shape that is happiness positive, or approval positive, rather. But I think that's actually going to be fairly difficult to build a shape that's good and approval positive and doesn't run into the weird borders of this area and doesn't get broken up by these temple ruins. Plus, with a lot of empires, you can just build districts kind of however and whenever, but with these guys, we do have to actually be pretty careful about how we place stuff, because we do not have an infinite number of pearls. So let's... Well, Garths hurt your approval until you actually get them to level 2. Maybe we should... No. We need to do this. We need to expand out. Remember, we're not just doing it for the approval. It's also important for the purpose of... Wow. That is a lot of industry that it requires there. And this lowers the amount of industry, but really affects our birth rate a lot. Can I do this instead? Maybe let's just pound out these basic buildings. That'll give me some time to... Well, no, that doesn't actually help with the core issue here, which is the struggle of the birth rate versus the Garth. I think we're gonna push for the Garth. I'm still kind of learning how to play these guys. I don't usually have to focus this hard on expanding my cities early. Okay. We almost have our mill foundry over here. Then what is this? Oh. Okay. The price for my attitude? What attitude? Guy, what are you talking about? Alright, well, we have 3 turns till alchemical alloys. I don't know, man. That makes me a little nervous. Did we get any quest weapons? We did. It's not useful. We'll get a quest weapon when we build a glass steel extractor in the capital. We have access to... We can get Valiant Lightning, which is actually a fairly good item. It would cost 10 titanium and 10 glass steel, though. I don't know that my units want me to spend that much. We may have to cancel the Megapole just to get strategics back. I'll wait until the last moment, but yeah, it does look like that's what's happening. Alright, so the AI doesn't play the Broken Lord super well, and it's possible that this war won't be a big deal. It's possible that they'll not send enough units, or that their units won't be properly upgraded or something, although I guess it is also the case that our units aren't properly upgraded. I'm a little concerned. They'll probably attack the capital, but I want to be within 1 turn's move of the capital, but as far toward Magamaj as possible, just in case they send their units that way. What do I want to do with these guys? I guess pretty much the same thing, right? I don't think I want to actually merge the armies, because that would really negatively affect the mobility of this army. Man, I wish we had any way of leaning on them diplomatically. Do I want to start building units here? Yeah. Let's establish a garrison, and then this city has a little bit better odds. I'm nervous though. We are not in a good place militarily. We are not going to win a war. The best we can hope for is to not lose, which is a subtle difference. Oh, okay. All right, look at that. Holding out, we earned ourselves a whole 29 extra... 29 extra dust. So we're still at content. We're just bleeding dust a little bit because we have more troops and more armies. That happens. We could actually be a little further away. These guys could be here. And still be in range of a single move. Do I really want... Let me think here. Keep building dredges. The dredges have much better combat stats. They're not nearly as mobile. I'm actually going to move these dredges, I think, all the way over to Magamaj. Umalna's pumping them out more quickly, and Umalna has more fortification, and Umalna has more militia. I think it's just better defended all the way around. I think you guys are just camping here. Oh, the thing that doesn't make me comfortable about this is that this is not a space that's in our territory, and as such, it... Oh, Red Army. Oh no. Go, go, go. Well, I feel fairly smart for having correctly predicted that they might attack Magamaj. Let's do this. Oh, they're going for it right now, and our army's not in range? Oh, must be just barely outside. Shoot. Okay, so we need to not lose this battle. I wouldn't normally include a Skyfin in combat, but I'm going to include the Skyfin here because I think that we can't hold this army off with just militia. These guys only have 31 damage. Oh, the Minotaurs are significantly better, though. Alright, we have to try to employ our militia's cavalry slayer. Bring down these Minotaurs as fast as possible, because they're really the most dangerous units in this army by a huge margin. Look at how much better their stats are. 62 attack, 50 damage. Oh, alright, yeah, we gotta do this. I'm including the Skyfin. If it dies, I will be very disappointed, but I would be more disappointed if we lost the city. I was thinking that maybe we should form up with the Skyfin to protect it, but maybe I don't want to give up the morale bonus of being in the city tile. Yeah, let's do this. So everybody focus on the low health guy. The low health cavalry. Oh, wow. 0 to 75. Well, we're getting thrashed pretty bad. Oh, this is not good. This militia is in extremely the wrong place. What do I want to tell him to do? I guess just fight that guy? I can't actually tell the Skyfin to back off because the Minotaur... I mean, I'm gonna issue it the order to back off, but I think the Minotaur are gonna continue to focus on it. Yeah. Wow, I'm sure I'm dealing 0 damage a lot. Not that the Skyfin deals fantastic damage anyway. This feels pretty bad. Come on, big damage. 12. Okay, well 12's not 0. That time, the fact that we did really poor damage didn't have anything to do with a random roll of the dice, but rather with our terrible, terrible unit stats. So yeah, our Skyfin is dying. The question is whether or not we created enough of a distraction here to allow the city to survive. Oof. Alright, well, only one of their Minotaurs is getting to attack each turn. We're actually definitely going to survive. I think we can credit that Skyfin with the defense of the city, frankly. Oh, hey, our militia took 0 damage. That was a nice change of pace. Alright, sadly, I think the city is going to have no fortification now, due to the fact that the fortification was removed from all the units. Yeah. Alright, we need to have standing movement orders in place so that we can hit move as soon as possible on the next turn. I would really hate to lose this start. Oh, hey. Let us try to fix some stuff up with these units. No. I meant to just do that. I meant to just click on the arrow. Okay, so. Do I want to assign 27 attack and 18 damage versus 18 attack and 10 damage? We'd have less than 50 initiative even with the... So, regardless of which choice we make, we will have less initiative than the Minotaurs and more initiative than the Stalwarts. So we should take the Titanium Bow because it's more powerful. Do I want to bother doing this over like a tier 2? Actually, his armor needs to be fixed up, and we don't have a ton of dust. Let's figure out exactly what I can afford to do here. So what's the dust cost difference? Pretty significant, actually, between using an iron shield and using a titanium shield. 6 defense plus 5% health. 6 defense plus 10% health. So the difference is 5% health. I think I'm going to do the iron shield. Cheap iron shield. Oh, I didn't give him boots. Plus... I'm not going to give him boots. Okay. So he has a little bit better armor. He has some improved stats. We need to... Hold on. Let's dispense with this. For these guys, the case is the same. They're going to be faster than the... they're going to be faster than the Stalwarts no matter what we do with their 24 initiative, and they're going to be slower than the Minotaurs no matter what we do. So, Titanium. And then with the dredges, same deal. Okay. You know, with the dredges, maybe it's this. Maybe it's a two-hander. Okay, so what are we looking at cost-wise? Can I afford to retrofit even one Seeker? I cannot. Can I do something a little different with my allocation of people? Alright, I can... I had to be clicking pretty fast here. This will allow us to retrofit one Seeker. So I do that. Let's do this first. And then hit retrofit. Okay. These guys are not in range. Oh, hey, and Zoya Sprite Slash leveled up. And didn't get a thing that helped. Okay. They're staying in siege even though the city is at 0 fortification, because sieging a 0 fortification city damages all the defenders, damages everybody in the garrison. So they're just gonna wait for us to have to push them down manually. We actually generated a lot more dust than I thought we were going to somehow. Or no, we didn't. I just didn't actually get my retrofit off. Alright, so I'm gonna leave us in this state for one more... Wow, that's expensive. I'm going to leave us in this state with the guys all piled up onto dust for one more round here, and that'll let me retrofit the rest of the Seekers. Because the question is, do I attack him now or do I wait? I think I wait. The tier 2 titanium weapons are going to make such a big difference. Alright, so we attack him next turn, because we could get adjacent to him right now. I think this is right. Yes, upgrades. Oh, I didn't manage to get the yeah, one of the militia died due to all the damage, and they've been regenerating. His Minotaur's back to full, and of course he bought all the Stalwarts back to full, because that's one of the primary benefits of being a Broken Lords player. Alright, so... in this case, I don't think there's any reason to try to hold this tile. Let's go ahead and start this guy back here so that they are immediately compelled to... Well... Wait, do I do that? Try to get this guy to dash himself against me right away. It's not gonna matter, right? He's gonna get killed. Yeah, let's do this. And then... I mean, I guess focus... We have to make sure that we tell the hero to move off of the tile, otherwise he might stand still. Or we may not get the choice because they attack us on the reinforcement tile. Oh, wow. I could have sworn that this guy was the one who was first in the initiative order. What happened? Yeah, now he is again. It's changing them. That's not really that cool. Alright. Well, our primary goal is... Wow, 0 damage dealt, 75 taken. This sucks. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to survive being attacked by stalwarts with seekers. I guess the only benefit here is 0 damage dealt. My units are doing a little bit different than the table might indicate. Well, these guys are dead. 105, Jesus. And that's a city lost, and a game as well, I think. We can try to hold out, but that's a lot of dust worth of investment. We have to buy our hero back. 260. Yeah, I can't see us not losing the game now. You can't lose an army. Sure. You can't lose an army. And oh, he had a whole second army, almost entirely composed of Minotaurs. Okay, well. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna do what we can here. So obviously we'd prefer to have the militia on the front line, since they have the bonus damage against cavalry. And I generally try to target the guy who goes first, since he's gonna necessarily dash himself against one of your guys who has not yet attacked. But I think we'll target the guy who's going second in this case because he's lower level than the other guy. The guy who's going first is higher level and has more health. Ouch. Are my guys not getting the bonus, the militia bonus for being in a city? That's right, he only has 2... It says this guy only had 2 morale. Now he only has 1, and that's from having an adjacent ally. Huh. Wonder why we're not getting our proper morale bonus. Well, this is looking like a rout. Yeah, they just have so much more attack and defense than we do. Jesus, look at this. We're getting absolutely no damage out. Hitting zeros a lot. Even when we do hit, we only do half damage. It is really, really bad to be behind your opponent on attack and defense, relative attack and defense. Well, I thought this start was the one, man. I thought we were really getting it. Alright, well, we're gonna finish playing out the battle. Just to watch our units die. You'll live on forever in our hearts. Yeah. Honestly, even if we hadn't lost the city this turn, even if they hadn't had a second army, even if they'd had to wait, bring the dudes over from Magamaj, I think it still was a guaranteed loss. You cannot lose a city that early in the game. It's back-breaking. And also, to lose literally all of your military units is another... I guess not literally all. We had one. We had one dredge. Okay. Well, how long is this video right now? 30 minutes? That's not long enough. I gotta tell you guys, I feel like the Allayi have this weird combination of really weak starting units and really bad early economy that's making it very difficult for me to find my way out of this game. I tried looking up some guides and stuff on YouTube, and every video I saw of someone playing Allayi on Endless had them doing like, we'll use 6 empires, but we'll set the world size to 10 players so we don't encounter another player for the first 80 turns. And like, yeah, if you can sit back and just engine by yourself and ignore everybody, sure, of course you're gonna win. Or at least you're gonna have a decent shot. Whew. We're gonna get it though. We've won on Endless several times now. We're going to continue winning. I just have to figure out how I want to prioritize. There's a lot of things that we have to get done very early with these guys, and not enough time in which to do them. So we have to get our cities expanded. We have to claim enough territory. We have to claim enough territory not to be hugely behind, because we actually have to have a much stronger economy than the computer players do on account of all their free income. Then we need to... Wow, this looks really good. Hold on a second. Let me turn on the... Jeez. Again, the game is straight up pitying. It is taking pity. It's like, I'm sorry. Here, please, have a shot. Have a real shot. Yeah, we have to make a stronger economy than the AI has so that we can catch up. And we have to make an army that is capable of withstanding attacks from the AI. And again, you always have to overcome that that bonus of their huge incomes and production capabilities. But then with the Allayi, you also have to overcome the fact that one of your units is not a match for one of their units. Like, Seekers are not great at combat. Monks are a lot better. They have much more competitive damage. Okay, well that turns out not to be anything of interest. Monks are a lot better, but it takes so long to get to monks. I have no words. I'm so disappointed about that ending. Oh wait, let me not do this with my whole army. Let's just send the hero. Okay. I have to say though, this is another start that looks like it could be pretty promising. Maybe I shouldn't be saying things like that on account of, you know... Listen, I don't believe in jinxes. I'm just saying. Things have not been going that well. 14, 8, 6, 12 is a pretty good start, I have to imagine. You'd like to see a little bit more than 8 industry. But this is a lot of dust, and actually a reasonable amount of science. Not awesome, but some. Yeah, it's got to be this. And then you build the temple out this way and pick up 8 more food immediately. Has to be. Alright. If I said at this point that I believe in myself, would that be evidence of me not really taking into account the facts? Our history has not been so great. So it's going to take us a while to get this done. Our industry isn't too bad, and we actually have enough income that we're going to be able to supplement it with dust. I'm gonna try to get the language square first. Try to get on the quests early. Oh, also we should, while we're here, destroy 10 armies so we can't get Visionary Leader. And gather 30 units of one luxury resource in order to get 130 gold. Gold is a pretty good one. 30 units. We'll have to get pretty lucky. What do we have? We have dye. We could just park the Skyfin, right? The faction quest is going to have us search this ruin, which is why I didn't bother to hit it on the first turn. I took a little look around instead. I could park the Skyfin on the dies, and we can maybe get a little lucky. But no, that has to be wrong, right? Searching ruins is the thing that makes sense. Well, let's get on it. Hey, look. Wait. Huh, that's weird. I don't think I've ever seen a ruin give that quest for a region that isn't the one the ruin was in. Also, what am I thinking? There's totally a second ruin in this region. I'm not gonna do that with the hero. We'll turn these guys around. Actually, did I just get 20 spices? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on the use of my spices. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, we'll get 15 dyes for building our altar as well. We actually will probably be able to get this 130 gold. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's, I'm a little nervous about meeting the neighbors, as always. The moment you know them is the moment they start accumulating negative diplomatic modifiers. Alright, I didn't actually look. What is our minor faction? We have Gorin this time, with Sisters of Mercy and Silix nearby. None of those are amazing. I wonder if we got the quest to colonize Ural because our hero was standing in Ural when he did the ruin search. Maybe the code actually looks at the region where the searching unit is standing rather than the region that contains the ruin. That would be weird. Okay, so what is this? This region has Bos, which is unexciting. I mean, actually, that's not true. Bos are the plus food minor factions, so they are actually interesting for us. Let's have a look up here. Let's make sure we have this all mapped out. I want to know exactly what resources we have access to. And all of that nonsense. We need 3 more pearls to be able to push on our altar. And it looks like we got started way off in the corner again, which is actually a good thing. We can buy this out, and should buy that out. Alright, we need to find 1 more pearl. Alright, come on, Skyfin. Yotus. Eresis. Okay, I was gonna say, am I really gonna go through an entire Skyfin move without even finding a ruin? Alright, we'll start construction of the altar in... Wait a minute. There's another anomaly over here. It's just... Well, it's not just it's not just science, it's also influence, or, man, I can't talk today. Not influence, approval. So I guess... That's actually kind of interesting. Building out this way gets us 8 food. Building out this way gets us 2 food, 5... No, it's got to be the 8 food. I was just thinking that it would kind of be neat. It would be kind of nice to make our triangle like this. And that means that since we want our altar to be level 2, we don't want it to be out here because this is a corner. But we'll just build it slightly differently. We could actually set up a snake formation or something. It doesn't always have to be a triangle. Alright, actually, out of curiosity, how are we doing on... Alright, we'll have another birth soon here. Hopefully whatever red is not terribly hostile and expansionistic. It would be cool if red was cultist, maybe? We are not so lucky. Alright, you can sometimes deal in peace with a Mizari player. a Valters player. We're going to have to try to be a little more careful about allowing ourselves to fall so far behind on science. Although, honestly, I don't know what to do about it. I didn't feel that I was being particularly slow about my science, or at least slower than I had the option of being. It's not like I was sidelining it very much. I don't know. So, this region has some interesting... Oh, hello. Let's not be adjacent to you. So this region has some interesting placement of anomalies. This is a pretty okay tile. Or maybe this one? Yeah, it's this one, obviously. I'm being ridiculous. So it'd be cool to settle this right away. Red will get mad at us, though. And again, if we get attacked early, we're probably going to lose the game because... Man, the Seeker is just not... It's not good enough at fighting wars. Oh, also, I totally have Parlay. Let's be parlaying. Oh, hey, Guaron has Delvers. I do enjoy a good Delver. So yeah, I should be talking to minor faction villages. That's a thing that would be cool. Let's get some quests. Colonize a region for dye. Ooh, Hariel has wine. Unfortunately, that's a little far away from where I started. Give these guys dust? No, I don't think so. Well... You know what? They'll give 10 influence. Yeah, okay. We found a lot of dust really quickly. Give 5 glass steel to the other village. That's not... Nope. Nope. I guess it depends on how much glass steel we find. But outlook not so good on that one. Well... Somebody needs to go back. I guess it'll be these guys. Well, let's talk to this village, and then we'll go back and hit our minor faction in our capital region. Man, everybody wants glass steel. Yeah, you should go ahead and check the ruins. This area is kind of an interesting shape. Depending on where the players to our south are, we may be able to take quite a bit of coast here and not have to be like hugely rushed about it. That would be nice. Because obviously when we rush to settle with these guys, we have some issues that arise. Ooh, this region isn't that far away, and it also has wine. Alright, those guys are not giving us, not offering anything of tremendous value, unfortunately. What do I want you to do? I guess go back to Renar and hit up that minor faction. See if they'll give us an easy quest. I would just really love to get some pacifications. Be able to start regions with extra population. Okay. That may very well be 80 free dust, which is something that I really appreciate. When we get Mill Foundry done, we'll be able to buy our Mill Foundry out immediately, which I always like to do. Man. Is this thing cliffed off from 4 sides? It is. How terrible. It's absolutely awful. I'm actually going to send the hero up this way, and you can cut across and get whatever is over here. At some point, the Skyfin's going to be put back on, what do you call it? Resource duty. Should I try to hold out for the gold? I mean, what are the odds that I'm going to just find 10 more spices? Maybe I should be using these spices to push the growth of my city along. 130 gold is awfully nice, though. That would be very helpful for quite a long time. Wow, look at how tightly packed all of these ruins are. Come on, spices. Ooh, Valiant Lightning. Well, that was nice. That's a much better find than having to give 10 glass, steel, and 10 titanium for it. So what is the story with these regions? Are these regions... It might be to our benefit to ignore Gogthal, even though it's really awesome, and just settle down this way. If these regions are all sort of... Like, what it's looking like to me right now is that Gleka serves as a gatekeeper to some regions that are maybe not adjacent to other land. I guess we'll see, but if that's the case, then expanding southward quickly could be really valuable because it would let me lock off a large amount of land. Ooh, 15 wine. Where's my hero right now? Is this a situation where it makes sense to reassign him back? I think it probably is. How many moves do you have left? 4? Yeah, we can get this done. I probably don't want to pop the wine right away, though, right? Because we want to save it until we're at that part of the faction quest where we have to be a fervent, and then we just hit the wine and are fervent instantly. I don't think we should have to... yeah. Cool. Alright, pacification. Free population. Alright, guys. Form up. Come on. There we go. Took an awful lot of clicking to get those armies to merge. I don't know that he really has a lot more to do right now. So let's try to get a sense of how Doyak connects to the rest of the continent. Also, let's search ruins. Wow, this is a really small region. Like, that is minuscule. Oh, I suppose I should be, like, talking to the minor factions? Maybe that would be a good idea. Let's head over here and reveal all these tiles. And the world is dense with anomalies. We got a really good generate for that. So these guys need glass, steel. Did I get the quest from Yarao? Yes, colonize. That's... oh no, this isn't the quest from Yarao, though. This is a different thing. That's a quest from a ruin. Actually, it looks like, maybe not. Alright, yeah, let's go say hello to those guys, then. I do not know what to expect. I do not know what to do. We're just going to try to play what seems to be pretty reasonable Endless Legend and hope that it works. Alright, if we bottleneck on science, we're going to feel real sad. Find ourselves with very little to do. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, we could just make military units. very weak, kind of crummy military units. Come on. Hoping for lust for loot here. Okay, no such luck. I'm not going to be upset about that. So let's have a look up here then. What does this land look like? Wow. Huh. It really is two regions that are just disconnected from everything behind Gleka. That's pretty interesting. It's a little unusual and pretty interesting. Also, it's just really quiet down here. Gogthal's really good. This is a very good region, but maybe we don't take it in the hopes of not causing any undue border stress, and we instead focus on pushing southward. Given the way things are spaced out, it looks like that may allow us with the best. It's going to be kind of a weirdly shaped empire. Maybe not totally ideal from a defensibility standpoint. We definitely need to get our research times down, though. These are very, very long. Alright, Alter's coming along. We will have enough money when the library tech finishes to just buy the library. I am not going to forget to parlay with these guys. Find monsters in this ruin and destroy them to get 10 Moonleaf. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to do that. Let's see if we can do that. Because I would love 10 Moonleaf. That sounds awesome. Join. Alright, there we go. And then also, you know, pacification, whatever, I don't care about that. This is killing me, sitting on these spices. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. Alright, yeah, that moved us up a happiness level, and it's, yeah. I should have stopped trying to hold out earlier, frankly. And 80 free dust. Awesome. Alright, let's actually get the quest from these guys. Or not. You know, sometimes when you pick up a lot of quests in short succession, it seems like they get reticent to give you more. Okay. Yeah, wow, there are no other players down here. This is so weird. So if we settled down along the coast, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 regions, which basically locks up these other two. Ooh. What's that? Get 10 Moonleaf for a lot less effort. Yeah. Okay, there's somebody over here. Because violence has been done to these minor factions. And here we have it. Alright, I'm going to not search the ruin that spawns the bad guys. That seems important. Okay, no negotiation. I guess we'll just send our Skyfin back up and start harvesting. He's done some really good work here. And he's generated us quite a lot of money. We have so much dust that I actually think I'm gonna, we're meeting people. This is my least favorite part of the job. Green is Wild Walkers. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a Wild Walker. Oh, I should actually search the ruin, too. Didn't find anything except, you know, more knowledge of the world around us. Alright, Wild Walkers... I don't even really care about his disposition. He's so far away that it doesn't matter. So... this is an incredible amount of land. Like, really staggeringly huge amount of land. I do not know what to do with all of it. Alright, let's pop that. And I guess this, because we're about to need to be fervent, and we won't be fervent unless I do that. Do I want to... well, hold on. One thing at a time. Debating whether I want to queue up a Garth. It doesn't actually seem like a real question. Alright, so we got 15 die. We are fervent already. I'm just going to go park him on the die deposit, and if we get the gold, that way we get it, and otherwise we have a bunch of die. We're going to buy the public library right away, so actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and build this out. So we'll start by getting the altar to level 2 for to move along the faction quest as quickly as possible. But actually, is this an opportunity to build a settler? Do I want to wait a couple of turns? Let's start a Garth, and I'll build a settler right after this citizen is born. Yeah. Yeah, that all seems correct. Alright, Pink is starting to encroach. We do not know who Pink is. Alright. Oh wow, 15 die for producing 10 influence in our city. I don't think that it's at all reasonable to, right, and we don't want to... if I put the settler here... yeah, this is the way to do this. I don't think that it's at all reasonable to pull people off of doing stuff to get to that level of influence. We'll just get the other 15 die by waiting. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't want to spawn that group of guys. Alright. Any more dust running over there. Actually, do I want to fight the roaming monsters? It might actually be a very difficult battle because of how bad Seekers are. I'm excited about the prospect of having a real governor in my capital, like, before turn 1,000,000. Let's spawn the army. Worst case scenario, we have to flee. Oh, and we get the 10 Moonleaf just for showing up, man. Alright, it's 2 Daemons. That's not great. Daemons hit fairly hard. But we can cheese them a little bit. So they have 2 speed. Let's back you guys off. This one's gonna fly to here. Alright. You attack him. You just back all the way up. Okay, now we get him. Alright, one thing they do not really have is a, actually, I was gonna say they don't really have a ton of defense, but actually, their defense is not that bad. Well, anyway, our hero at least actually knows how to attack. As soon as our hero stops dealing damage to the unit, it stops dying. Oh my god, you guys, can you please hit? Yeah, wow, actually, our hero's kind of getting his ass kicked. Not that it really matters, you know, as long as the rest of the army survives. Hey, come here. We're not done. I'm gonna get the rest of this combat XP. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just get a little first turn cheese here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so he's gonna fly to here or here. I don't know which, but in either case, I will be able to shoot him from there. And you guys just wait. Get him! Okay, that'll do. Whatever keeps him off the hero, I guess. Never mind. The moment we're not starting all on top of each other, we lose all that morale from initiative, or rather, initiative from morale, rather. Okay, well, we pacified. Unfortunately, we pacified a tribe in Gleka, which is of no value. We don't care about the tribes in Gleka at all. That's a region we're not going to settle for about 100 turns. Alright, we're headed up here to get some more dust. I honestly don't know what to do as far as where to settle. This region is so good. Yeah, but if we get attacked, no, we can't get attacked. We have to try to play nice with our neighbors here. I'm going to cede the really juicy region. We'll just let them have it. Okay. Mercenary market with 340 dust available on turn 18 feels pretty good. Where is Seago with Food Boost 2, Industry Boost 3? Right, it has to be. Food Boost 2. And do we have forests? We have a little forest. We have some forest. But yeah, it's got to be Where is Seago. Those bonuses are too strong. Okay, well that feels pretty good. So in case you're not, you don't remember, +4 food per hero's level, +6 industry per hero's level. So we just bought +4 food, +6 industry, which is a real thing of real benefit. Okay, we need to pick up the rest of the basic buildings. We maybe want to prioritize that sewer higher. Yeah, let's do this. We'll get topography too. If you're worried about your science output, pick up topography. You'll be worried no longer. So I guess I do settle Renar, right? Like, given the shape of the terrain, Renar's the only settle that makes any sense. There's a pretty obvious space right here with an awful lot of food on it, okay production, no dust at all, and a very small amount of science. Not really a lot of other options, though, and with this much food, you can just have citizens produce all your other resources. What was Renar's... the Silix in Renar? I picked up so many quests. Silix in Renar. I could have sworn... Did we fulfill... Oh, yeah, we did. That's right. It was just make sure there's no enemy armies in this region. We totally fulfilled that. Alright, and he'll get to settle right after we buy our Empire plan, which, by the way, will be a pretty good one. I think we can probably go back to focusing on food. And of course, lust for loot is awesome, always. 10 Titan bones. That'll be nice. We just have to make sure that we don't settle the city, or our second city, until after we grab it, so that we can get full advantage. I may be delaying a city for a couple of turns here, just so that I can pick up those Titan bones. It is a little unfortunate that none of our prospective regions have more than like one village. Looks like this region only has one village. Could I go through Angren instead? No, not really. It doesn't actually connect to Gleka. I mean, I could go through Angren into Masuarim and then Gleka. And that's 4 regions, and my happiness will be in the toilet, and it has 3 regions locked away behind it, and it gets me wine. This is the big thing I'm thinking about, is that I want to go way out of my way to take over a region that has wine in it. That might be the thing. I don't think it'll be faster to get... Yeah, there's no way that getting in the water is faster here. We'll just have to leave our poor settler chilling. Oh yeah, that's right. We need Uskiv to population up pretty aggressively anyway, because we need to... Oh, the Bolsonaro. Cool. We need more population to build as many Garths as I would like to have there. Alright, do you guys feel like negotiating now? You do. Okay, well that's probably not happening. Fortunately, it's just Seratan. It's not a big deal to pacify that region by force. Which I might actually just do after we hit this. Alright, so we get our Titan bones. Start to head back. Blood crystal, I do not care about. Titan bones, I care about a tremendous amount. Okay, and now we found a city. 2283. Well, you know, you can't have everything. So even with the expansion disapproval, we're still at Fervent in our capital. Oh, we're still at Fervent Empire-wide. That's actually really cool. We'll be able to buy out this mill foundry next turn. And what the hell, we don't have to prioritize the sewer system very much at all. Alright, well, I think that is going to be where we call it for this episode. Let's set up another Garth. Gotta get this to level 2. Yeah, that's where we're going to call it for this episode. Again, a promising start. Again, you guys, I really feel like this is the one. But that's blunted a little bit by all the things I said at the beginning of last game, which, believe it or not, was only like 1 episode ago. Come back next time. We're going to keep trying. We're going to figure this out. Garths and an army. Alright, we'll see you then.